Good evening and welcome to this evening's PACE review meeting on, what is today, September 29th, 2025. We'll start with Pledge of Allegiance. You all stand. Flags back there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll do a quick roll call. I'm Jim Bartlett.
I'm Champ Clausen.
Kara Fox.
Okay, and do we have any new business other than the applications? Okay. Let's talk about the process here real quick. Each of you will be asked to come up and give a presentation about your project. We'll have some questions for you. And as you're describing your project and as we're asking questions, we'll be filling out a score sheet. And of course, all of these projects today, I believe, are for dilapidated structures. And the minimum score on a dilapidated structure, so that you're aware, is 36 points. Sorry, I had to refresh my memory. After we fill out the score sheets, and we'll do those independently, she'll gather those up and average the three scores to see where each project lands, whether it qualifies or not. At the end of the meeting, she will go through each application and announce its score, whether or not it qualified. And then, assuming that we make a motion at that point to recommend that those projects receive funding, then our recommendation, we don't actually approve the funding, we make a recommendation to the Board of Public Works. Board of Public Works meets next Monday, I believe, and they'll hear that recommendation, whatever it is, and then they will take action and they actually present the funding. You do not need to be at that meeting unless you just want to. Those tend to be long and drawn out, if you know what I'm saying. So, any questions about that process?
I have one question. So if we get approved, does that mean and it goes to them, can we start working in between that time if we get approved? Tomorrow?
No, you'll need to wait until you get that decision from them, but that decision would come on Monday of next week, so it's relatively quick. By the way, you don't have to wait until we announce the end of the meeting if you don't choose to. If you've got someplace else you need to get to, you're welcome to leave after you make your presentation. So.
Yes, I will say I will be out for the rest of this week at a conference, so I will try to send an email to you guys if you do have to leave, just to let you know that you got the preliminary approval. So I'll do that tonight if you do have to leave. And then for however BPW goes, I would call you that day with the results.
Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and start on the applications. Who's representing 1126 West 2nd Street?
The 1126 West 2nd Street house has been vacant for some time. The property is dilapidated, deteriorated, has holes in the roof. It's been raining into the interior of the building for a few years. It's caused extensive damage to the foundation, the flooring, the west wall of the building, and the roof. Also, the electrical system needs replaced, and most of the plumbing in the building.
Okay. Any guesses how long that's been vacant? Ballpark.
4 or 5 years.
All right. That particular address, I know it's visible from the street. Is that on an alley or
No, not that I know of.
not that you're aware of? Okay.
Has it been deemed unsafe by the building inspector?
Yes.
It has.
Once you've finished this project, what's your plan for the facility?
I'll keep the facility, and it'll probably be rented.
Probably be a rental?
Mhm.
Okay. In terms of the exterior appearance of the building, it doesn't sound like you're planning any changes. It sounds like you're going to maintain the existing appearance of the building.
That's correct. Just going to change the siding to LP Smart siding.
Okay. Any questions?
Nope.
We're good?
Good.
Thank you very much. Sounds like a important project.
Thank you.
Okay, it's 307 West Street.
Hi, I'm Brenda Cooper with the Mad Paddle, but this is 307, which is right next door to the Mad Paddle. This structure has been just used as storage for quite some time. We purchased the building in November of last year, and since then, acquiring it, there was a fire next door at Fizz's Bike Shop, and so we had some damage due to that. And prior to that, there was the storefront or the front of the building has been deteriorated. So once the firemen come in there and was spraying, trying to put out the fire and everything, it caused mold, more deterioration on the inside. It has been deemed dilapidated structure by the fire marshal. We have, like I said, lots of mold in it. We're going to replace all of the heating and air, plumbing, electrical, and there's some walls that most of them have to be tore out because of the black mold and stuff like that in there, so. I don't know.
Okay. How long's, and I know this is a tough question.
Okay.
Because you've only owned it for a short period, but any guesses how long it's been since there was actually anything in that building aside from storage?
Well, I know that in 2019, that's when the prior owner was doing work, but I really think prior to that even. So I would say there was a church in there, and I'm trying to think what year, I think that was the last thing that was in there. I couldn't even guess. I'm so sorry.
Okay, 4 or 5 years?
Oh, I'd say it's been longer than that.
Longer than that?
2019 is whenever he had it.
Okay.
And then prior to that's whenever the church was there. So I would say prior to that.
Okay. What's your plan for that building once you get it put back together?
We're going to use it either as offices or on each side, because there's like 2 rooms, and then, or storefronts is our purpose. And then it's also attached to the Mad Paddle where we have a lot of our sound equipment over there, so we want to enclose it so it's safe from other people prying into or getting access to it.
And has it been deemed unsafe
Yes,
by the inspector?
yes.
There's no exterior changes that are going to occur, right?
It would be the front of it. I put a picture in there, if you want to see. We want to go back to the original, what it used to look like in the old pictures is what we're striving for. Yeah, it's all rotted. It's going to all have to be taken down and replaced.
So will those improvements on the front, which is what this money is actually for, we don't fund the stuff that's going on inside.
Okay.
But what you're going to do on the outside, will it be taking it back to its original character?
Yes.
Just want to make sure
No,
you
that's
understand.
fine,
A lot
yeah.
of people come in here thinking that we can pay for the things that are inside, and that's not. We're working on the these dollars have to be used on the
The
outside.
exterior, okay.
Yeah.
But the picture is back when it was a Buick
Yes, it
dealership.
was. I put the picture on there. I didn't have a very big picture. Someone sent that to me, and that's all they had. So I was
Well-
like, well, that's what we'll work with.
But that's a good picture, so. Okay,
I'm good.
you're good?
Good.
You good?
All right, thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Thank you very much. It'll be a good improvement to West Street.
Oh, yes, it will. It looks so awful, and it has, we did replace the roof on it because it was falling apart. It was raining in there and everything, so and then with the place next door, I think it'll look so good. Super excited.
Thank you.
Okay, 301 Mulberry. And
So 301 Mulberry is Central Tavern. And we purchased the tavern in 2021. And essentially the person that we got it from had done next to nothing to it for years and years. And we want to fix some of the windows on the outside, roof it, and paint it. Or if it's cost efficient enough, get it down to the original brick. And so far, in the 4 years that we've had it, we've reinvested everything that we've made back into the building itself. And I know it's hard to see that driving by it, but we fixed the sill plates, we jacked the structure up, we've put a kitchen in there. Everything that we've made off the business has went right back into it.
It's not been deemed unsafe, has it?
No.
Brenda, how is this a dilapidated structure? Bear with us a moment, Jimmy.
No rush.
It has been deemed unsafe. There's a letter in there.
It has
That's what
been
I thought.
deemed
Yes.
unsafe?
Here it is.
Yeah, all of them tonight should have letters with them
Okay.
in the packets.
I lose track with the addresses. That's why I brought my little piece of paper up here with me.
now, of course, that's on a cross street, so,
Yeah, It's on the corner.
Yep.
It was not vacant, correct?
Correct.
Okay. You have any other questions?
Nope.
All right, and I guess you're representing the next two as
Absolutely.
well?
Yep. 305 Mulberry.
All
And
right.
So that is the building to the north, which is also part of the tavern. And same basic storyline. We've reinvested and reinvested and reinvested, and we want to roof it, put some new windows, and either paint it or get it down to the original brick, depending on if we can afford to get it down to the original brick or not. That data point I don't have just yet. It's very much been a inside out kind of thing. When we got it, there were only a couple of rooms that were livable, and we've got that up to like 18 rooms now. So far, all of our investment has been on the inside. And big picture, to do everything we want to do, it's going to take another 3 or 5 years of just reinvestments.
Mhm.
This will be rental.
It's actually part of the tavern, and there's the lay of the buildings is pretty unique. There's rooms above everything. Some are in worse shape than others.
So that means some of it will be, or it's all going to be business.
Some of it will be what?
Some of this building, 305 Mulberry,
Uh-huh.
some of that will be rental, or will that all be
Yes.
business? Okay.
Some would be,
But part of it's business, right?
yeah. The tavern's downstairs. It's weird because when you look at it, it looks like one building, and so I don't have great bearings of when I'm upstairs, what address is below me, if that makes any sense.
Was this ever vacant?
No.
Okay, and I presume you're doing 307
307,
as well.
yes. And so 307 is the northernmost part on Mulberry of Central Tavern and Hotel. And what's there now is a laundromat, and there are 2 rooms upstairs. We want to put some windows in there, get the roof fixed, paint it, or get it down to the original brick, depending on what we can actually afford to do. And we want to take the laundromat out, and one of our goals for the next year is to take the laundromat out and turn that into a non-smoking dining room area.
I know you said it's in the packet, but is this one unsafe as well? Okay.
That's been a laundromat for years, hasn't it?
Forever and ever and ever.
Mhm.
Yes, we do have a letter on that one as
Okay.
well.
Thank you.
Can you quickly tell me what you're planning on doing with that again?
Well, we want to roof it, new windows, and either paint it or get it down to the original brick. And then on the inside, we plan on taking the laundromat completely out. We want the laundromat to go. We've had problems and problems and problems. And we want to take the laundromat out and turn it into non-smoking dining. Because we have a kitchen at Central, but the give and take is that we're literally the only business around that you can smoke cigarettes in. Our clientele loves that. We've asked them a million times, and most of them say, if you go non-smoking, we're never coming back. So we have this great kitchen, but we can only serve food to people that don't mind being around cigarette smoke. So we want to turn that into a non-smoking dining area.
Okay. And I probably should have asked this before, but the windows and things, you're gonna get that with the historic board and all that?
Oh, of course, yeah.
And I presume you're representing 115
Absolutely.
East Second.
That's me as well. And so that's the building that's in the worst shape. And it needs a roof. Some of the windows need replaced. We have replaced some of the other windows. We want to either paint it or get it down to the original brick. And our overall plan, if you can visualize this with me, is if this is the corner of Mulberry and Second Street, our overall approach is an outside-in kind of thing. We want to roof it, turn the laundromat into the dining room, and then do 115 East Second Street. Because to do the tavern itself, we're going to have to be, closing certain dates and losing out on revenue. So we have to take kind of an outside-in approach to it.
What are you doing with 115 today? What is it today?
It's nothing. It's not. It was rented as rooms, and then the storm came and messed the roof up, and it started leaking in there. There's nothing going on there now. There's a big warehouse in the very back of it that we store stuff in. But right now, it's doing nothing. It's just kind of dead in the water.
How long's it been since?
Less than a year.
What's your plans with it when it's finished?
We want to get the rooms rented, and then ultimately, it's going to take years to do it, probably at least 3 to 5. But ultimately, we want to turn the warehouse into yet another music venue. Because it was a music venue once upon a time. It was called the Briar Patch. I actually found a picture back there of Sinatra standing in front of Central when they filmed the movie Some Came Running.
Okay,
Thank you.
sir, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, while she's figuring up the scores, do we have any old business we need to discuss?
I
Nope.
have none.
Okay. Something that I would propose that we do between now and the end of the year is to schedule a meeting to review our guidelines. And September. If that works well, maybe we can set that up for a November timeframe. Does that suit everyone?
It's fine with me. We already have a meeting in November anyway. We might be able to use that one.
We have one scheduled. We may or may not have money for it, so turn that into a working meeting.
Correct.
Is that on what's that date? I know it's a Tuesday.
13th.
13th.
13th. Okay.
Did you say the 13th?
Mhm.
November 13th?
Mhm.
That's Thursday. Is that right? On a Thursday?
I think it had to be moved to Thursday because there was another meeting that day or
Okay,
something.
that's actually better for me, but yeah.
Got your numbers?
All right.
Okay. So 1126 West 2nd Street got a 42.33 out of 36. 307 West Street got a 41 out of 36. 301 Mulberry got a 36.33 out of 36. 305 Mulberry got a 35.33 out of 36. 307 Mulberry got a 33.67 out of 36. And 115 East 2nd got a 37 out of 36.
Okay. All right, so we have two projects that did not score high enough, and four that did. So I would accept a motion to forward the four property applications that did score high enough on to the Board of Public Works.
I'll make the motion that we forward those four on to the Board of Public Works.
And do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And with that, do we have a motion for adjournment?
I'll make the motion, we adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.